there's this a genre of movie that I call weather porn that really goes back a long time. But you know, the disaster movies of the 70s, the movies like The Hurricane of the 30s, and now we have Into the Storm.
I study storms all my life. This one is bigger than any storm that has ever been.
You're right. There have been a lot of these movies. They have a formula.
They have a formula. And you know what?
Would you say this rises above that formula, or no?
No, this actually plugs right into the formula, and that's why it's actually a lot of fun.
Right on course.
And, you know, it's kind of a down market twister, and I actually, in a weird way, say that to praise it. Especially with the big weather of recent years, we're kind of anxious about it, and that's why this movie has been made, really, to sort of play that out. It's about a small Midwestern town that gets visited by mega twisters. No Sharknadoes. This is, you know, the real, although the final twister is awfully big. There are actors in it. I would tell you their names. You probably wouldn't have heard of them. They all look kind of like major Hollywood stars, but not quite. The main guy, Richard Armitage, you think maybe it's Hugh Jackman, but it's not. He's sort of like, you know, the Kmart version, no offense. And that's fine, because, you know, these people are getting thrown back and forth like, you know, socks on a clothesline in the middle of the storm.
That would be the main requirement for being an actor in this movie,
yes.
right? Being able to be tossed well and have your hair still work.
I especially like the two people who kind of meet cute while they're being blown literally horizontal.
There you go.
In a weird way, that's more affecting watching these movies which tear apart, you know, Midwestern small towns, all in CGI, destroy the buildings, and that's more affecting than watching like a superhero movie where like downtown Detroit gets trashed, because you kind of feel it actually could happen. The CGI is fantastic in this movie. It actually is very convincing.
And you're right, it is not a big leap to be fearful of these kinds of scenarios. It does seem very, very possible.
The dialogue's terrible. The acting is acceptable. The situations are at times ridiculous, and yet the movie does what it's supposed to do. It puts you into the heart of the storm, including a ride up the twister in a like sort of armored tank. Totally ridiculous, but at that point in the movie, you're there. This is not a movie to engage your higher faculties. This is a movie to sort of like pummel your brainstem. It works. I enjoyed it.
So if you're going to see it on the big screen.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe bring an umbrella. I'm Ty Burr. The movie's Into the Storm.
I'm Janice Page.
For the Boston Globe.